Hey guys, welcome back to section 2 of week three's videos. So we are going to pick up where we left off. We are in our student book and we are going to be on page 42 in our student book. So you should be on this page, I'm sorry, in this book and on this page, as you can see, the page that's on the screen. So another thing we are going to talk about today is, and what we're going to look at is insurance applications, okay? And so this lesson is about, our lesson focus is about insurance. So I wanted to make sure that I got on the lesson focus page to talk about these are the things we are going to talk about in this lesson. The first thing is we are going to read a section, a small part of a medical insurance application form. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to review vocabulary for family members, and then we're going to use object pronouns. We've gone through object pronouns a lot, but we're going to do it in this because it's time to do it in this book. So we're going to go ahead and do it. First, I want to talk about insurance and what that means. Repeat after me. Insurance. Insurance. Insurance is financial protection in case something bad happens. That's a simple definition. It is protection, usually, most often, financial protection, money protection, or help in case something bad happens. So we have insurance for different things. We have car insurance, we have health insurance, we have life insurance. There are all kinds of insurance, but we're specifically going to talk about medical insurance. Really, that's just another way of saying health insurance. Okay, health insurance. And we're going to talk about that today, or talk about that, I'm sorry, in this section. But first, I'm sorry, one more thing. I also want you to know what the word application means. Application is a form, it's just a form that asks questions about you when you're trying to get something. So maybe you're trying to get a job, you fill out an application. Or in this case, trying to get insurance, so you fill out an application. I also want you to take a note. I want you to think about your children. Do you have children? I want you to answer that question in the YouTube comment section, which, let me stress, please, please, please answer the questions in the YouTube section. I know some of you like to send me text messages, but please answer the question in the YouTube comment section so that CPACs and I know that you are understanding the work. You're understanding the information. It's best if you answer in the YouTube comment section because I can send you an answer right there, okay, to your questions. But okay, if you have children, type in the YouTube comment section, I have children, okay? If you do not have children, do you have nieces? Like your sister or your brother, do they have children? Do you have nieces or do you have nephews? Okay. Now, if you do have children, what are their names? You don't have to give me all of this information in the YouTube section, but in your notebook, write down your children's names, last name or family name. Okay, family name, last name, their first name, their age, how old are they? And if your child is a male or female, you would just check one, okay? Put a check mark or circle male or circle female, okay? Okay, so that's as far as we can go interactively with that. Let's go ahead and look at our book. Once again, we are going to be on page 42 in your student book. And on page 42, we can see here an insurance application form. Insurance application form. And we have a few different things. Just repeat after me. Insurance application form. Let me go back here for a second. Okay, so insurance application form. Here we see last name, first name, age, male, female. Repeat after me. Last name, first name, age, male, female. And then here you see parents, and then you see children. All right, parents, children. Now, who are the parents? What are the parents' names? Okay, and what is the family last name? What is the family last name or the family name? That's right, it's Clark. You can see right here, everyone's last name is Clark. Clark, 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 Clark. 4 children, right? And everyone's last name is Clark. And what are the parents' names? Joseph. Joseph is a male, and Rita. Rita is a female. All right? Joseph and Rita. Then we have 4 children starting at age 10, 8, 7, and 2. So Justin is 10 years old. And is that name a male name or a female name? Yes, male. Justin is a male. And what about Michael? How old is Michael? That's right. We see here that Michael is 2 years old. Michael is 2 years old. Okay. So let's look at exercise 1A, and let's see if we can answer some of these questions together. So it says, repeat after me, read the questions. Look at the form. Fill in the answer. So let's look at question number 1. How many children do Mr. and Mrs. Clark have? So let's come back up here. How many children do Mr. and Mrs. Clark have? We can see right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 children. So our answer is going to be D. Question number 2. How many daughters do Mr. and Mrs. Clark have? Daughter, you would know how many daughters because you would look for how many females are checked off in the children section. How many females in the children section? And we see 1. They have 1 daughter, and that is answer A. Question 3, how many sons do Mr. and Mrs. Clark have? We can see right here, sons would be checked off in the male section. 1, 2, 3, 3 sons. and that's answer C. And who is 8 years old? Who is 8 years old? So let's look at the age, and we come down to 8, and that is Scott. Scott is 8 years old, and that is also D. Now, it's so funny to me where in the book it says, talk in a group, ask and answer questions about the Clark family. So, it's kind of hard to do because we're online, but feel free to comment and to make comments in the comment section. Okay. I want us to come back over here a little bit. Of course, we've talked about some new vocabulary words, insurance, and of course, also application. If there are new vocabulary words that you do not know or do not understand, please make sure you write them down in the comment section. Make sure you write them down in the comment section, and we will go ahead and talk about and look up those words. Okay, let's move on to our next page, and we're going to talk about object pronouns. Probably not one of our favorite topics, but we enjoy it anyway, right? So we're going to talk about object pronouns, and that's going to be on page 43 of our student book, page 43. We go to page 43. Here we are, page 43 of our student book. This is what you're seeing. And object pronouns, we're going to talk about those. Object pronouns replace nouns. They take the place of nouns. Object pronouns take the place of nouns. Right? So a noun we've talked about is what? I want you to write it down in the comment section. Okay? I want you to write down what. Okay, so what is, okay, why aren't you typing? Is a noun. Okay, I want you guys to give me the answer to this question. What is a noun? Okay, you can see I'm highlighting it in green. That means I need an answer to that question. What is a noun? Okay, I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to answer that. Okay, so for our purposes, a noun is a person, place, or thing. Okay, a noun is a person, a place, or a thing. So object pronouns replace nouns after the verb. There are nouns that come after a verb. Object pronouns replace those nouns. So let's go ahead and look at that page. So here we see, I like Johnny Depp. Repeat after me. I like Johnny Depp. Our object pronoun that will replace Johnny Depp is him. I like him. Okay, Johnny Depp is a person. So he's our noun, that's our noun. And our object pronoun is him, I like him. I don't like Shakira. I don't like her. So our verb is like, and our object pronoun that replaces Shakira, since Shakira is female, is her. Katya likes chocolate. Chocolate is a thing. So our object pronoun that replaces a thing is it. Now you notice that they changed Katya to she. But Katya is in the subject of our sentence, so she is our subject pronoun. So they changed Katya, our noun, which is a person. They replaced that with our subject pronoun because Katya is in the subject of the sentence. The subject comes before the verb. So Katya is replaced with she. Then we have our verb likes, and then we have our noun chocolate after our verb is replaced by it. Peter likes cats. He is our subject pronoun that replaces Peter. Likes is our verb, and then cats. Them is our object pronoun that replaces cats. Okay, so we have a chart here in our book. And I'm going to give you guys just a couple of seconds just to review this chart. You should have already completed this assignment, or I'm sorry, yes, you should have already completed this assignment. But I want us to kind of take a quick look at what are our object pronouns, okay? What are our object pronouns? So our first object pronoun is me. That replaces the first person. You. This is the second person. It. He, she, or it. I'm sorry. Him, her, or it. I forgot where I lost my thoughts there. We're in object pronouns. So him, her, or it. Okay, and that's our third person. And these are all singular. Okay, third person singular. Okay, so first person singular, object pronoun is me. Second person singular, object pronoun is you. And third person singular would be him, her, or it. Then we talk about plural. First person plural, object pronoun would be us. Second person plural, object pronoun would still be you, but more like you all. So you plural, you all. They like, I like you all. I like all of you. I like you all. My students, I like you all. So that's why it would be, it is plural. And then, of course, our third person plural is them. I like them. Okay, so first person singular, second person singular, third person singular, first person plural, second person plural, and third person plural. These are object pronouns. Repeat after me. Me, you, him, her, it, us, you, them. So now if we go back to our exercise, we can look at that. And we will actually take a look at that in the next section, of this lesson, okay? Right now, we are going to go ahead and wrap up section 2.